Hey, what's up? So what we're gonna do is make some money sports betting. So I think we're all set up. So let me just share my screen. We'll place some bets. Hopefully we make some money. I went live last night. So I already have a few bets open. Again, there's a sheet. We're up 5.5 frickin' K. There's a sheet in the bio on YouTube or on Twitter. It's at the top with all open bets placed during live stream. So you could have tailed everything, literally all live betting, just using the Odds Jam plus EV page, up freaking 5.5K. You could have tailed everything. Everything's in real time. So let's hit some bets. So again, like if we're on the Odds Jam plus EV page, this percentage indicates your edge as a sports bettor, right? So this under 2.5 in this, whatever soccer game, this bet has 6.84% EV, edge, profit margin, whatever you want to call it. So let's actually hit this bet. Let me shut up for a second, at least get some pen to paper, get some bets placed. So I want to go to leagues. You want to know how to navigate quickly. And then I want to go here, and then I want to find this game. So this is Eintracht. No idea. Don't know anything about these teams. Don't really care, right? This is all just data-driven sports betting. And you can see I missed it. It's down to under 2.5 plus 120, which still looks pretty good, right? Pinnacle, the sharpest sports book in the world, only 26 cents a market with here. Plus 120 still seems pretty good. So screw it. I'm going to dabble. And they're going to give me 208.35. You can see, FanDuel's like, yo, you've made too much money off us. We'll give you 208.35. And I'm going to be like, okay. So I'll hit this bet. And then we want to back out our EV, right? Because the odds came down. So let me first add this to my bet tracker. I'm going to change the odds. The bet tracker is a free feature on OddsJam, and it's really cool because it shows you if you beat the closing line or not, right? So, but anyways, let's do this really quickly before we talk about the bet tracker. So the market on Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, is plus 102, minus 128. So we go to the most important calculator on OddsJam, a no vague fair odds calculator. So the way that every sportsbook makes money, right, is they juice their markets. They add vague or juice to their markets. So when you're trying to figure out, well, what's the true price or what's the fair price for this bet, what you need to do is you need to remove the juice from the market on the sharpest sportsbook in the world. So you can see we got this, plus 120. When the point of indifference for Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, the true odds based on their market is plus 113.4. And we got plus 120, which is obviously better. So this is a positive EV bet, right? Pinnacle's market is indicating that our bet has fair or true price of plus 113 with a win rate of 46.86%. So then we can go to an EV calculator. We'll just say the stake is $100. We're winning this bet 46.86% of the time, and we're getting plus 120 odds. So this bet has, $3 of profit margin on a $100 bet. So the EV is 3.09%. So I'll put this in here, and then we want this game. So this is 208.35. We bet on this positive EV bet, which means our expected profit on this bet, we're getting a 3% return on 208.35 is 644. Right. So essentially all we're doing is we're forming like our own little hedge fund, all bets mathematically profitable that are positive EV. And we're seeing the sum of expected profit number go up. Right. And net profit will have swings. This will have variance, but this number is just going to go up, linear in a linear way, hopefully. Right. We just place mathematically profitable bets. We have this diversified portfolio of mathematically profitable bets, and we see the profit march higher. This is under 2.5 goals in whatever, this Frankfurt game, under 2.5 goals, Frankfurt versus Köln. I don't know. And I'll add the date so I remember to grade it. And then I'll highlight these because these games aren't today, just so I remember to, grade them later. Like, I think I may have some soccer bets open today. Yeah, I have one soccer bet open today, so I have to remember to grade that. But anyways, 5.5K profit all in live stream. Not particularly bad. So we can go down, and what we can do, this is on 212, okay, is we can place another plus EV bet. And again, the bet tracker is a free feature of OddsJam. It's really cool because what the bet tracker does is it shows you, hey, did your bet beat the closing line, right? You're not always going to be able to beat the closing line. Like I bet North Carolina plus 140 yesterday on live stream. This closed plus 144. Some late sharp action came in on Duke. And obviously my bet got destroyed, but this Harvard +5 bet won with a bunch of nerds playing basketball, but you just want to see more green than red, right? You need to be beating the closing line consistently to make money as a sports bettor. Like if you go to the blog, you type in closing line value, you can read all about it, but beating the closing line is the number one indicator of being a profitable sports bettor, right? You have to be beating the closing line. I don't know why my Wi-Fi always freaking sucks. So we go to CLV, you can read about it. There's some articles, stuff like that. Worth reading because literally beating the closing line is the number one indicator of you being a profitable sports bettor. So here we see a big live betting opportunity, Milwaukee +1,000. But as Randall has discussed, like there's like 700, over 700 right cents of market width here, which means Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, they're not as confident in their lines. So maybe we'll skip that. Under 1.5 in this Juventus game. Serie A, so frick it, I'll dabble in that. So we'll go back here. I want to go to soccer and I want to move quick. So what I want to do is I want to go to soccer. You never know, like these, lineups change all the time. Players get injured, right? You never know when the best betting opportunities are going to occur. This bet is freaking 21.14% EV. So granted, over 100 cents a market width, but hey, plus 380 when the sharpest sportsbook in the world is only giving us plus 273. I'm going to dabble, right? So Juventus versus Torino. So I want to go here and I want to move quick. And then I want to go to under 1.5 plus 380. I'll try to bet 250 and FanDuel's going to be like, yo, you've made too much money off us. So they'll give me 43.40. Ugh. So we hit that. And this bet is on Feb 18th, so plus 380, and we bet 43.40. So I'll add it to my bet tracker, which is again completely free on OddsJam. This bet is very good, just popped up, so I hit it, right? You never know when these sports books are going to start to post markets, stuff like that. Maybe we'll avoid the soccer bet again, just because a lot more market width here, right? Like a few hundred cents. So maybe this is one we want to avoid, right? Just something to consider, right? If you're debating, because it's really an indication of how confident are these books in their lines, is how wide are their markets, right? And I'll also bet the under 2.5 here. So 3.4 is what you can see is the under 2.5 is also plus EV, only 23 cents a market width here. So they're very confident, very tight market here, right? So I'll bet this too. And they're going to give me 198.40. So Juventus versus Torino, under 1.5. And then I have this under 2.5. One bet's at plus 380, higher EV, but greater market width. And the other bet has 6.97% edge. So 21.14 and 6.97, 21.14 and 6.97. These are our expected returns. So if we bet $100, our expected profit, right, is going to be $21. And FanDuel limited me on this bet to 198.4. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to throw 198.4 on this. This was at plus 196 odds. So again, two mathematically profitable bets placed on the unders, $9 in EV on that bet, even though a smaller stake. So that's pretty good. And then $13 in EV on that. So these two bets just made me, $23 richer. So that's cool. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to add in the date, which is 2/18. Again, if you want to see the sheet of all open bets placed on live stream, just go to YouTube or on Twitter. It should be the pinned tweet. There should be a bit.ly link, or on YouTube, it should be in the description somewhere. We're up 5.5K. You could have tailed literally everything, but for some reason you didn't. So I'll highlight these as well because they're a bit in the future. And of course, you want to add it to your bet tracker. So I'll add this to my bet tracker as well, 198.4. And cool. So now we'll hit refresh. We can see what's out there. And there are some live bets, stuff like that. Damn, this I already bet. I mean, I obviously like it. Now we have a Virginia Tech Pittsburgh over. I mean, super tight market width. So what we can do here is we want to search. You don't want to wait forever. So I want to search this in Pittsburgh over 129. And that's pretty cool. So this bet's today and we'll hit it, right? This bet's tomorrow. Okay. So I'll add this to my bet tracker. And again, like, super tight market width, 26 cents. We have an ARB between WinBet and Pinnacle, right? So we can go back here, or we can use this as an example. Now I lost it. So we can go back here, and then we want to go to Pittsburgh. I forget what the EV is. So what we can do is we can go here. They just take it off the board? No, it looks like WinBet removed it. So we bet over 129, right? Minus 138 plus 112. That is the market on Pinnacle. So minus 128. No, we bet over, minus 138 plus 112. So we go to a zero vig odds calculator, minus 138 plus 112. The fair line, once you remove the juice, once you remove the vig, is minus 122.92. We got minus 110, which is obviously better. So our expected win rate is 55.14%. So then I'll go to an EV calculator. I'll type in 55.14. We bet this at minus 110 odds. And we put $100 on it. So the EV of this bet was 5.27%. And this bet's tomorrow, so 5.27. I'll add it to my sheet. We threw 250 on it, which means, pretty good EV, $13 richer. So now we have, whatever, like 4 bets placed. They're not all uncorrelated, right? Because we have 2 unders, 42, 62 in EV. So that's pretty cool. And then this is, Virginia Tech versus Pitt over 129 minus 110. So that's college basketball tomorrow. And then we can go here and scroll around. So many bets, overwhelming amount of bets out there. So this we bet, this has maybe a bit too much market width. Maybe we want to avoid it. Also, Twin Spires barely gives me any action. But again, the general premise in plus EV betting, right, is like here, this I already bet, over 113.5 first half total points, is we have an ARB between DraftKings and Pinnacle, right? Pinnacle's not in the US, but the point is, right, if you had accounts at both of these sports books, you could place a bet on the over on DraftKings, the under on Pinnacle, and earn a risk-free profit, right? You could earn risk-free money. That is called arbitrage. And if you want to learn about it, there's some stuff in the blog. But what am I trying to say? So whenever you have arbitrage, right, you have an opportunity to make risk-free money, there has to be one profitable bet, right? At least one profitable bet. We know sportsbooks aren't in the business of giving away free money. So when there's an ARB, there has to be a good bet. And it's our decision as a sharp sports bettor, try to figure out, okay, what's the good bet, right? And Pinnacle's the sharpest sportsbook in the world. 26 freaking cents. No, 16 cents a market width here, right? They're super confident in their lines. They have this minus 129, and you can get minus 110 on DraftKings. So the bet, the positive EV bet, right, is on DraftKings because the fair odds or the true odds are, putting the market from pin, is minus 120, right? And we're getting minus 110, which is better than that. So this is a positive EV bet, a bet with edge, right? And what OddsJam is constantly doing for you is it's scanning the markets, all this crap, right? All this stuff, quarters, halves, all different sports, 50,000 odds on these sports books at any given time. And, it's scanning the markets for you to try to identify the few hints of gold that are mathematically profitable bets, right? So that's pretty cool. You can see this line, we just bet this plus 126, already came down to plus 114, right? Great lines don't last forever. Hopefully, now that I'm up, hopefully 5.5K was enough to get people tailing. I mean, I don't know. It's all in live stream, so you literally could have tailed everything. Anyways, we'll go back here. Maybe we'll try to hit a live bet. Can I get Fairfield? Live betting is very hard, but it's pretty profitable. You can see It's down now to plus 210. The issue with live betting is things just move so quickly, right? They move so quick. Because every change in possession, right? Sienna hits a 3. This line's probably coming down a fair amount, right? So live betting is very difficult, but also, you know, can be pretty rewarding. So I guess we got hockey starting back up tomorrow. I mean, this seems like a good line, but 80 cents a market with. Maybe we want to skip it. I don't know. This we bet plus 380. It's down to plus 350. That makes me feel pretty good, right? You add it to your free. You don't even need odds jam, right? You can just tail my bets live and you'd be up freaking 5.5K. And you can use the free odds jam bet tracker. Just create an account. Don't have to pay us. And all you want to see is, am I consistently beating the closing line? Green, not red. Here, I had Christian Wood over 2.5 assists. I got that bet plus 165 odds. The market closed the zero vig true line plus 147. So I got better odds than the closing line, which means my bet was positive EV, right? And you're not always going to be able, again, to beat the closing line, but you just want to use the bet tracker and be like, damn, I'm typically beating the closing line, right? You need to beat it as much as possible, right? And it's never going to be possible to see all green, but hey, sometimes you get lucky. Hawks, Suns, I got minus 110, closed minus 126. DeRozan over 25.5. This bet won. Like, that's how you become a profitable sports bettor. It's not freaking watching sports. It's betting it's beating the closing line, right? Damn, another good bet. 220. I'm guessing this is Italy. Don't really know. Don't really care. Just data, right? Granted, a bit higher market width, but I mean, the sharpest sportsbook in the world only giving you plus 228. We're getting freaking plus 300. Let me dabble. So we'll go here, and then we want to go to soccer, and then we want to go to this freaking go quick. And then we want to go here. And then I want to hit it. And they're going to limit me to 55, which you can see. No, you've made too much money off us. You get 55. Whatever. Okay, and then I'll add this to my bet tracker. Again, just diversifying my portfolio of mathematically profitable bets. So now we have this game's on 220. So we have Venezia versus Genoa, under 1.5, plus 300 odds, $55. And people always ask, like, oh, if you can actually make money sports betting, why would you share it? This is the freaking reason. Limited to $55, right? This is a good side hustle, but no one in their right mind who's smart, right, becomes a professional sports bettor, because at any time, any sports book has the power to say, hey, we don't want your business, or we want less of your business, and we're going to limit you, right? Which is what every sports book basically does, except for Pinnacle, the sharpest sports book in the world. So plus 300, 14.81% edge, which means, you know, our bet has 815 in EV. This bet's on 220, so I got to highlight it so I remember to freaking grade it. So that's pretty cool, because we have Purdue Fort Wayne minus 9. It looks like that bet, I think I saw on the live. Yeah, they're up 13. So that looks pretty good. It looks like we may have another freaking green day ahead, but we'll have to see. I don't know. Maybe this hits 6K today. I'm not really sure. Will be exciting. Not every day is going to be a winner, but when you're following math and you're betting mathematically, you know, you have the edge as a sports bettor. Wow. So a lot of soccer bets. So I'm also going to bet the under 2.5 here. So I actually want to go back to this soccer game. And then I want to go to Serie A. And then I want to go to this bet. And then I want to go to under 2.5 minus 102. See how much they give me. Hey, 255.10. Okay. 255.10, 4.9% edge. 255.10, 4.9% edge. So we'll scroll down. And then this is the same bet, but we have under 2.5 now. And this bet's at minus 102 odds, slightly less EV, but you can see only 24 cents a market with. So we're really confident that this bet is good. So I'm going to add it to my bet tracker. I want to make sure I'm getting positive CLV on my bets, right? This bet I'll avoid, really high market with, 4.9% edge. So we got 255.10, Our bet has 4.9% edge. So another mathematically profitable bet, 1250 in EV. Pretty happy about that. I'm going to make these the same color because I don't really like when things are different colors. So we'll go up here. Okay, we're at 1.9K in expected profit, which again is just the EV percentage, right? This 4.19%, you just follow it down, minus 102 on the under 2.5. That is the good bet. That is the sharp bet. That is the mathematically profitable bet. 4.9% EV. Let's freaking go. So much stuff I want to bet. I mean, so much. So we have some tennis bets in the mix. We got some more college basketball. We got some NBA prop bets. Man, lots and lots of options out there. So we can take a look. I mean, there's just a lot of options, right? So here's another bet. Kind of like plus 120, only 22 cents a market width, right? You have an arb between the fair odds. So you go here, you go to the most important calculator on OddsJam. The fair price would be plus 108. We're getting plus 120. I don't think I've ever bet this much soccer, but I guess today is my day. So this is definitely going to be Serie A. I hope I pronounced that league right. So we want to go to this. Is this a game? Yep. And we want over 3.5 as well as over 4.5. So over 3.5. Okay. 137.50 they're going to give me. Okay. That's pretty cool. So now I have the first bet placed. Where are you? 137.50. Very high confidence. This is a very sharp bet. Very tight market width. 137.50, add it to my bet tracker, scroll down, and then we have 137.50. And this bet has 5.76% EV, so 5.76% EV plus 120 odds. And it is Inter versus Susalo. Don't know, don't care. People who make money sports betting don't really freaking care. They just care about the odds. They just care about the number, the odds that they are getting. 792 in EV. So that's pretty cool. And then I'm also going to bet the over 4.5 because why not? It's mathematically profitable. Granted, a bit higher market width, but hey, I'll dabble. I will dabble. I'm all about the EV. So we'll go here, plus 280. How much are you going to give me? 58.95. Okay, so I'll hit this, and this bet had 12.78% EV. I'll add it to my bet tracker, 58.95. So that's pretty cool. So then we're going to go here, and this is plus 280, and then this is 58.95. And this bet has an EV percentage of 12.78%. So our edge as a sports bettor, you know, whatever. We just gained another 753 in EV. So this was over 4.5. And then this was over 3.5 goals. So a bunch more sharp bets. A lot of soccer today. It looks like a bunch of sports books are starting to post soccer odds for the upcoming soccer games. Makes sense. But didn't see any of these crazy soccer bets earlier. So we'll continue to go through. And what do we like? I mean, so many options. So many options. We got some more tennis bets under 21.5. Man, you sit here all day. So we'll go here. Let me filter these odds a little lower if I can do that. Okay. Don't want to see the super wide market width ones anymore. So can filter that down, you know, maybe filter it down a bit more. Too overwhelming to look at. Too overwhelming right now. So I'll add this. You can see the check marks indicate that, yeah, like this bet's been placed. It's added to my bet tracker. And again, like, you know, the low holds page is free on OddsJam. When you have free bets, this is the best place to, you know, convert your free bets into cash. It will show you the best free betting opportunities. If you had a $10 free bet on DraftKings, you want to convert it directly into cash. You go here, low hold filter. You click on DraftKings. You want to see props. You don't. You can filter by you filter by conversion percentage after filtering by the sportsbook. So we'll go to DraftKings. You get a $10 free bet, and you're like, dang, I don't really want to gamble with my $10 free bet. I just want to convert it into cash. You'll see this is the best free bet on DraftKings. Free bets suck. They are worse than cash, right? You're never going to get free bet conversion percentages really of 100%. But you can convert your free bet $10 into, 720, right? Risk free by placing your $10 free bet always on the plus money, always on the underdog, and then hedging 40-30 on this, whatever, like Liam Brode guy on Twin Spires. And of course, depending on the state you're in, this will vary, right? More books, whatever. And depending on, what sports book you're looking at, the free bet conversion percentages will vary. Highest one for, Borgata currently is 72.12%. And again, like the whole thing about OddsJam, the whole point of sports betting, the whole reason you should go to the YouTube description and click all the links and sign up for more sports books is, right, all these sports books offer different odds, right? Like you do not want to frickin' bet the Bengals plus 160 on Ballybet. That's an awful price. You can literally get plus 179 elsewhere. What's crazy about sports betting is all these sports books, they set their lines independently, right? Because they want to be unique. If DraftKings and FanDuel had the exact same odds, you wouldn't need accounts at both, right? But they want to be unique, so they set their own odds, which means you need multiple sports books. And what's really cool about that is, all these sports books have sign-up bonuses, and OddsJam has some exclusive sign-up bonuses with some books. So if you just go to the description, we'll link you to the best deposit bonuses in your state, right? So you click on Caesars from Arizona, we'll take you to the best offer that we have worked out with Caesars for Arizona, right? If you click on it from New York, the offer may be different, right? Different states oftentimes have different offers, but literally the number one condition of becoming a profitable sports bettor at all is you need multiple accounts, right? You need multiple accounts because all these books have different odds, right? You're never going to be successful with one sports book. So you need to be sports betting, you need to be line shopping, and you need to be looking at Pinnacle's markets, right? Even if I don't have this sports book, right? But all I know is I still want to see the data because this makes me 100% confident that I don't want to bet Ballybet plus 160, right? The sharpest sports book in the world is giving you plus 179 on the Bengals, which means plus 160 is an awful price and you don't want to bet it, right? So we'll go back here. And all these sports books also have unique promos, right? You can see like, whatever, like FanDuel has these TNT Thursdays. It's only on FanDuel. You need FanDuel to get this promo, right? So you need multiple sportsbooks. So go to YouTube, go to the description, click on all the links for the sportsbooks you don't have, and sign up. So this Virginia Tech Pittsburgh came back up. Let me go ahead and log back into some more of these sportsbooks again. Hit some frickin' bets. Hit some frickin' bets. Log back into Caesars. Log back into everything. I talk way too much. Get logged out. Okay. Logging back into DraftKings, FanDuel. Thank you for keeping me logged in. Log back into Twin Spires. Log back into Caesars. Caesars has a really good promo today. DraftKings had a good promo. So we can talk about that. And again, like I'm not even in a state with good sports betting. Not really good sports betting. Arizona is heavily mediocre. The best state in the U.S. is definitely Colorado, 100% Colorado actually, followed by New Jersey, probably then Indiana. All these states, hopefully New York gets better, but we'll see. So, okay, I'm back. Share my screen. We'll hit some bets. So we're back here. This minus 110 on WinBet. We already hit that. It's already in my bet tracker. So that's pretty cool. This I've already bet. I think I don't remember what I initially bet it, but still looks pretty good. So we can scroll around. I mean, I could hit bets all day long. Here's one a bit tighter market with. The sharpest sportsbook in the world has this guy under 12.5 rebounds, favored, minus 125, minus 106. So if we go to a zero vig calculator, most important calculator on OddsJam, the true price is minus 108, and we're getting plus 100, which is obviously better than that. So I'll dabble small. Not super high EV, but I mean, hey, gotta pick up as many bets as possible to diversify my portfolio of mathematically profitable bets. So we go here, and we go to player props, and then we want rebounds under 12.5, and we can dabble in it small. Add it to my bet tracker, track the CLV, 3.83% EV. So added it to my bet tracker, and then we have Jonas V under 12.5 rebounds. Must be one tall guy if his rebounds line is at 12.5. So that's pretty cool. And then this is in the Pelicans game. So that makes it easier for me to grade it. And this bet's at plus 100 odds, $100, 3.83% EV. So, we're $4 richer in EV. So our expected profit number continues to go up. We're up 5.5K. So we're running a bit hot, but I mean, I'm obviously not going to complain too much about that. So here we have some tighter market with another soccer bet over 3.5 goals in this Empoli. I don't know. Empoli. So we can go back to soccer. And then we can hit this. FanDuel's going to say, nope, you get 93.75. And I'm like, okay, word. So, 7% return on 93.75. Pretty cool. So 93.75. We have Sampdoria versus Empoli. So we have Sampdoria versus Empoli. Don't know if I spelled that right. Don't really care. All I care about is the math, the numbers that you are getting. Like every sports bettor who actually makes money, you don't care about the handicappers. So we go here, 93.75. So 93.75. This bet had an EV of 7.07%. And again, what's crazy about sports betting, right, is the return of the stock market is freaking 8% a year, 7% a year, right? We're earning that in, granted, this bet's on 219, but we're earning the return of the stock market in 2 weeks, right? Granted, on a smaller sum of money, 93.75, right? Because FanDuel's basically axed my account at this point, but you can see that's kind of the power of sports betting. This game's at 2 p.m. This game starts in freaking 10 minutes. San Diego State minus 15.5. Let's freaking get it. So let's go here. San Diego State, right? Minus 15 plus 116. How much are you going to give me? And they're going to give me 148.24. So I'm going to add this to my bet tracker. Seems like some late sharp action is coming in on, San Diego State. So I'll add this to my bet tracker. So we're getting the return of the stock market. This game's going to be over in freaking 2 hours. We're earning the return of the stock market in 2 hours, right? That is what is so insane about sports betting. So this is San Diego State minus 15. Give me 1 sec. It looks like they logged me out. I'm going to go here. And then John. Okay. So we got a great bet down. And what was the EV? The EV was 6.56%. So 6.56%. What did they give us again? 148.24. Now they're closing it because the game's about to start. So 148.24 plus 116. And the EV of this bet, we're $10 richer. So that's pretty cool. Another mathematically profitable bet placed. So again, what is so crazy, right, is this game starts at 2. This is the power of sports betting. This game starts in 9 minutes. This game's going to be over in 2 hours. And we're earning roughly the return of the stock market. So this bet's either going to win or lose, but our expected return, the sharpest sportsbook in the world has this minus 105. We're getting plus 116 thanks to OddsJam, right? And the power is that you're earning that return in such a small period of time, right? This isn't a year that it takes to earn your 6.56% expected return. You placed a bunch of mathematically profitable bets, all have a positive EV, an edge, and expected return, and you just watch that profit fall in daily. You can earn the return of the stock market daily and watch your returns compound and compound and compound and compound. Again, sports betting isn't easy, but that's the reason it can be a very lucrative side hustle, right? So that's pretty cool. And what else do I want to do? So there's some bets on this, Middle Tennessee State. I mean, we can look for some. I could sit on here all day, I swear to God. Carlos Olberg, MMA, minus 120, minus 190, 1.56% EV. Maybe we want to dabble there. I mean, I could sit here all day. So many bets to look at. But I think I'll call it here. We placed a bunch of profitable bets. Sign up for more sports books. Click all the links in the YouTube description. You need more sports books, more promos, more bonuses. That is how you make money sports betting. Get more sports book, you get more bonuses, more sign-up bonuses, more promos, and more good lines to look at, right? You can see like a lot of these positive EV bets. Like if I'm at FanDuel, I can't get plus 350 anywhere else. This insane bet with 13.56% EV. Can't get that anywhere else, right? Can't. You just can't. So I don't want to sit here all day and just waste everyone's time. So I'll call it a day here, but thanks so much for your time.